5, 16, 19, 21, 30, 3 and 10. Check results. You remember?
Oh Christ! I almost forgot. You know this. Yesterday. I don't know. It's only 5 days, but yesterday I thought I was already at the point where this was like breathing, that I just wouldn't forget. It was a part of my life now. It would simply like forgetting to brush your teeth. It just wouldn't happen. And then it's just happened. No, what's the phrase? Like I don't know the phrase at all. I'm not even close to remembering it. Like 2 weeks or something, or like maybe 3 months to make a habit a routine, or to make some, I don't know, something like that. Not 5 days. Halfway through watching City versus Leeds. Don't know why, but I am watching that one. And half time, and I'm just like, oh fuck. I know what time is as well. Basically 9. So quick turnaround. Gotta get this going. And I have nothing on the mind, nothing on the brain. And this is the ones that you're gonna struggle. And I feel like this is gonna happen a lot. Sort of late January, early February. Because what happens in January? What happens in January, February? It's like nothing happens. I feel like the summertime, and like Decemberish wintertime are the biggest high points of the year. And I just feel like the dullest moments of the year are probably sort of February and November. November, sort of just that point. It's just that point a little bit before Christmas, where there's just nothing. I guess if you're American, you got Thanksgiving and that, but I don't. And then you got February, which is, I just feel like February. What goes on in February? And I guarantee, if there's anyone out there who's rooting for February, let me ask you this: is your birthday in February? Yeah, that's probably why. Nothing else, man. It's just the beginning. It's just very cold. Deceptive. Like probably the coldest months come in January and February. I know it was snowing and stuff recently, but that usually comes around February time. And cold in the sense that like wind, very windy month. Like these months, sort of November, December, quite rainy, and I don't mind that. Like the cold is only an issue when the wind is involved, and the wind will be coming through in January and February. Like football is on and stuff like that, but it's not like, I guess you got the Carabao Cup final, but if the highlight of your time of year is the Carabao Cup final, then again that sort of explains the pinnacle of that just explains your month. I think F1 starts back around March, either beginning or end of March. So that's when things will start to pick up again a bit, and there'll start to be better stuff. Because again, holidays wise, what you got Pancake Day. I like pancakes, but I'm not gonna talk about it. You got Valentine's Day. We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. And also films. The films that come out in January and February are just shit. So shit. There'll be a couple good ones that are already out right now, but they're just not out in the UK. So that'll be good. But just the films in general, like, even if we just look at Marvel as an example, the best film isn't gonna... I feel like the quality of film with Marvel ramps up throughout the year. So they'll give you the shit one in sort of February, April time. Between that beginning, basically the first one of the year, it's just not really a time for films. You're going to get the shit Marvel film that I'm not too sure on, the one that probably won't make the most money then. Then you'll get the big blockbuster. Now, this one might be your favourite, but I think, generally speaking, it won't be their best. It's just going to be the big summer flick. Maybe like a Guardians of the Galaxy. Thor was meant to be that. Stuff like that. It's meant to be a big, fun, bombastic one. And then in December, you'll get the Christmas time, you'll get the what's meant to be the highest quality. I think like No Way Home was that. Black Panther was kind of that. And I would say Wakanda Forever was their best film this year, but there wasn't really competition. Like you were going up against a toddler and like a paraplegic guy in Thor, and the toddler being Doctor Strange. Like, no offense, okay, I shouldn't have said that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not a fair fight if like a guy's in a wheelchair and one's a toddler. And Doctor Strange is only, like, people like Doctor Strange, I get it, some people like it, sure, don't know why, but sure. Whereas Thor, it's just not redeeming. No one likes that dog shit movie. So many things, like, it actively made me really hate Taika Waititi. like a lot. I was just like, I don't like this guy. I don't like this director. Don't like him. Never like anything he does again. And then I kind of just like calmed down a little bit and was like, no, he's not. It's not just like there's other issues here, but it actively caused me rage. It's a shame. It's a shame because I remember at like the peak of Marvel, Phase 4, Infinity War, all that. You chuck Endgame in there as well. It was like people would hate on Marvel and be like, "Oh, Marvel's killing cinema" and all this other stuff, and like, even using the word cinema just kind of makes you sound like a pretentious twat. But yeah, all this stuff about Marvel and how it's just like crap shit, and it's like I'd always vouch for it because I always thought, no, these are actually genuinely really good, fun times. And it's not even just turn off your brain stuff. Like I felt like that was for the DCs, that was for the Fast and Furiouses. But now they've regressed into turn off your brain shit. And I feel like I'm kind of the one going against Marvel, but I don't want people to think I'm just one of the, film snobs who've just always hated Marvel, because I'm actively rooting for them to get back to the best. And I also remember thinking, a lot of people say Marvel should just end after Phase 3. Like, what more is there to tell? Like, you've peaked here. And like, everyone was predicting a big fall off, and that was only going to get worse, and there'll be a big burnout. And I thought, yeah, there's potential that's going to have to happen at some point. But I didn't think it would happen so soon and happen for me so soon. I'd be getting I got so bored of their formula within like the space of a year. After being fine with it for like 10 years, within the space of a year, I was just like, because it feels like we're starting again, like a whole new story, but like it's the exact same ish still. It's a shame. But I mean, what are the films coming out next year? I think we got The Marvels or Miss Marvel. I think it's called The Marvels. We got, I think there's a Blade film coming out. That's going to be one of the ones you got to wait till you see the trailer. You see the trailer within the first 10 seconds, you'll know if they've got it right, mood, tone-wise, because they just don't know shit. Like, you can't believe a single thing that comes out of that Kevin Feige's mouth. He just don't know. Like, I remember he was going on about, talking about, oh, we have a new horror movie, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This is going to be a horror movie directed by the brilliant Sam Raimi and this other stuff, and it's going to have real horror elements. And it's just like, he's just chatting was to get you involved and excited for the movie. Like, oh, it's going to be something really different. Like, Marvel have been put out like complete different genres of film. Like, one like actual scary horror movie for one. Like, one that's not family friendly. One that's like a straight up comedy. And when I say comedy, I mean like actually funny, because I'm sorry, I've never really thought Marvel movies are very funny. Like, Guardians makes me laugh a couple times throughout. I find that one funny in places, but the movies that they make that are just meant to be straight up comedies, they're not good at it. Marvel are not good at comedies, but yeah, they love making just comedy based movies. And where was I going with this? Yeah. So because that whole like, and by the way, what I'm trying to say is, yes, there was horror at tropes, not real elements. There's something scary about Doctor Strange. There was horror tropes in the sense that, Wanda's like limping down a hallway chasing people, and the people running away are full pelt sprinting, but yeah, she's keeping up even though she's limping. There was like horror tropes, but like it wasn't Marvel. It was just a Marvel movie. It was a Marvel movie. It just felt like any other normal Marvel. It's like, yes, if you want to look for the tropes, you can find some examples to prove the point, but like, it was a Marvel film at the end of the day, and Marvel is its own genre now, which at one point I thought you could swing and say that was a positive, and now it's starting to feel like a negative. So when he goes on about Daredevil, and I'm not even a Daredevil fan, I didn't even watch the Netflix series, but people who were, when, Kevin says this stuff like, and yeah, I'm going to call him Kevin. I'm going to call him by his first name at this point, because I'm not happy with him. Goes on about, we're going to keep the same energy, it's not going to be, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, like it's going to be, we're going to keep what you love about it. It's going to be Marvelified. You can see it happening already. It's not going to be as good. That's when the real onslaught and real like bombardment of Marvel will come, because it's happening already. But like, people really love Daredevil, and I think it's not even going to come close to being as good as the other one. I remember we'd done this as well with like Black Widow, saying it was going to be like really like darker or like less family friendly than the other ones, and it just wasn't true. He just says it to get your hopes up. So that leads into Blade. Like, Blade shouldn't have the same vibe as fucking Shang-Chi did. Whether you like Shang-Chi or not, Shang-Chi was fine, but it should not have that vibe. Like, it should be a lot more, but it just won't be because they need to have those. Just have a movie come out that's for a slightly older audience. Sure, you're losing money on some of your films now anyway. Doctor Strange didn't crack a billion, which is crazy to say that you have to crack a billion now to be a big boy movie, but it's true. It didn't crack a bill. Avatar just cracked a bill in a couple weeks. I know but you should be rooting for that. Like, you should be putting out films like, yeah, okay, these ones aren't for family friendly audiences. These ones are whatever. Like, you gotta think of the longevity. Right now, there's just like, we need to make the biggest movies that everyone can see. We'll get the most money in. We'll promote the future movies and these movies, and it's not gonna work anymore. This is such a short term thing. Like, actually have good ideas and people watch the movie. Like, make a sick movie that's 18, sure. But if it's sick, people will watch it because it's sick. Just trust the people you hire and that you actually can do it. Because otherwise you're left in this middle grey ground and no one wants to. Do you want to end up making Morbius? Is that what you want? Do you want to end, because you're getting very close to the Sony Marvel threshold, and like, that's dangerous, man. Like, you're walking a very tight line, Kevin. I got the films that came out this year here, the list of them. I see people, right, on YouTube doing top 10 favourite films of the year. I've watched a fair few of them. Top 10 least favourite films of the year. By the way, suggesting that you've seen at least 20 films, but if you can make a top 10 and a top 10 worst and best, it means you've probably seen a lot more than 20, because you also got honourable mentions. So let's say you've seen about 30. And that didn't seem crazy to me until I actually looked back and looked at the movies I've seen this year. Like, new movies I'm talking about. And it's true, and also not just new ones that have came out this year. It's true. Like, I need to watch more films in the new year. Like, make an active effort. Like, there's so many films. Not all of them are out yet, but I still need to see White Noise, The Whale, Babylon, The Fabelmans, Glass Onion. Like, I just need to. I think I like films, and I feel like I want to see them, and I watch the trailers and I get excited for them, and I just don't see. I need to see more, and whether in cinema or not, I just need to see more, because I saw like 10. Like, I in my mind, I guess I would have thought I would have seen a lot more, but that's like not even one a month. Fix up! I'm a fucking dirty joke. And the ones we did see, like, there's no point in me doing a top 10 favourite and least favourite when I've only got like 10 in total. All the movies are going to be the same. You just have to rank the ones you've seen. And we've got the Christmas special here that's not even a film, from Marvel, the Christmas special Guardians of the Galaxy film. I want to say I didn't even finish it. It was dog shit. I don't even want to talk about it. Genuinely. And because I love that franchise within the franchise, like Guardians and that, I'm really nervous they're going to kill it with the third one, and in a bad way. I'm hoping they don't. I already think they've done some weird stuff with Groot that I'm not fucking with, but overall the vibe of the trailer seems like they've still at least got the same core whatevers going on. Didn't even finish it. Black Panther here, I gave it 3.5 stars. I'm not really a star person. Big fan of a 10 out of 10 system, like a 1 to 10 system. You can use decimal points if you want. 4.5 out of 10, 7 point whatever out of 10. I like that. 5, it's not got enough flexibility for me. Doesn't really work. Maybe it works better in the food culinary industry, but for movies, not really a fan. Letterboxd, I get it's your thing, but I feel like a 10 out. It's just better. Yeah, at the time I gave it like a 3.5 star. Quite enjoyed it at the time, and I guess my thoughts on it have kind of deteriorated, and I've heard more opinions on it, which happens to me a lot. I'm very swayed by other people's opinions, I feel like, when I would listen to their videos, and also I've got crazy recency bias, and even though I'm aware of it in the moment, it still is crazy. Banshees of Inisherin, it was alright. Everyone loved it. Everyone says it's really funny. To be fair, I watched it in an absolute dead cinema. There's 2 other people there, and I kind of feed off the vibe of the whole place. But I don't know. I guess it's funny for intellectuals, because I didn't laugh. I thought it was alright. Also, I just didn't really get it. Well, I get it. It's just a very simple story, but I don't know if it's meant to be, if it's deep, really deep. I don't know. I need someone to explain it a little bit more to me, I guess. And that one's fair enough, being like, because I ranted about this the other day. Like, if someone said, "Oh, you didn't like it that much," probably you didn't get it. This is the type of film, fair enough. Yeah, you can say that. Lord of the Rings. Sorry, what is there not to get? You know what? Okay, let me stop about this already. Don't Worry, Darling could have been great if it actually knew what its ending was and it just come up with it on the spot. It feels like wasn't great. Bones and All, really liked it. biased because I love the actors in it, so I was gonna love it probably anyway. But the vibe was great, and I didn't even like. It had horror elements, but it wasn't like jump scare kind of scary. Cool concept, cool conflicts between the characters, and a very cool aesthetic. Thor, Donkey Doo, Chip and Dale, Rangers Rescue. In all intents and purposes, a kids film, but I actually really did enjoy it. I don't often just click on and watch a kids film, because a lot like Strange World came out this year, Lightyear came out the other year. So, sometimes you just know they're going to be actual kids films, dog water garbage that you're never going to be able to get anything out of. But this one I turned on, and after 10 minutes, I thought I would have just turned it off and be like, okay, I've had enough of that. But I didn't. I let it go all the way through, and props to it for that, and I enjoyed it. And I probably actually chuckled a couple times there, which says a lot because I just admitted to chuckling a couple of times at a Chip and Dale movie, but then said I didn't laugh once at Banshees of Inisherin, so I've just exposed myself there. We then got Top Gun Maverick, one of the big boys of the year. Last year we had Dune. This was that kind of quality, great film. Dune, it's got a bit more like je ne sais quoi. Top Gun's got je ne sais quoi. They put the cameras in the planes. I just mean Dune's got like a finer finish. It's a little bit more refined, a little bit more classy. But I mean, I don't even give a fuck about planes or any of that shit. I don't really understand what they're talking about when they're getting all technical with it. It's just cool. You know what I mean? It's just a cool movie. Doctor Strange. There's so many things I could say about Doctor Strange. I mean, I feel like he just looks goofy as fuck. If we just let's just even talk about the story of just the way Doctor Strange looks with his stupid wig. Doesn't even look like real hair. It looks like a Lego piece they put in his head, and it pisses me off. And then Turning Red, another kids film I watched. Did that really come out this year? Wow. Years are longer than you think. Like in the moment, you think they fly by, and then you think back to people. Like years do fly by. You're like, wow, it's over already. But then when you think about stuff like Chris Rock got the shit slapped out of him this year, Turning Red happened this year. You realize, years are actually kind of long, and that's everything. So I thought, next year, I need to actively watch the things I want to watch and just see. I want to go for 25 films, which is a big jump. That's over 100% increase considering this year I watched about 10. But yeah, 25. I was gonna say 20, but then I thought, why play it safe? I got a whole year here. What does that average out to? 25. Well, 24 would be 2 a month, so it's like 2 a month and 1 month, 3 a month. That's actually quite hard. But then again, do you want to set goals that you're definitely going to achieve? What's the fun in that? What's the point? Shoot for the moon and hit the stars, whatever. So I guess I'll do that. Anyway, in order for the streak to actually continue, this can't come out after midnight. So 17 minutes, I'm going to end it there. Thanks. I literally just had nothing to go on about there, so I'm actually proud. Yeah. Proud. The word proud came out of my mouth before I could stop myself, and now I'm realizing proud is a weird word to say I am for myself, just for sitting and talking for 70 minutes. But I'm proud that I managed to, with nothing happening in the world. Why am I sucking my own peen right now? That's all. We'll be back again with 7 tomorrow.
With the kids, and I had like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. Like,